Well, we've been covering the protests in Sudan frequently in the last couple of months on Outside Source. They've been happening in major cities around the country, particularly, though, in the capital, Khartoum. And now a BBC Africa Eye investigation has found evidence that Sudan's using secret hit squads to suppress the protests. Sudanese citizens began taking to the streets back in December over a hike in food prices, but this has evolved into more general anger with the 30-year rule of Omar al-Bashir, the president. The resulting clashes have led to deaths of at least 30 people. Our Africa security correspondent, Tommy Oladipo, has this report, and I should warn you, you may find some of the images disturbing.
An uprising in the streets of Khartoum. Weeks of protests met with deadly force. The government has kept television cameras away from the protests, but ordinary citizens have recorded the demonstrations and the crackdown on their mobile phones. BBC Africa Eye has closely studied hundreds of these videos uploaded to social media or received directly from protesters. Squads of police, soldiers, and plainclothes security agents have been filmed swooping in with their trademark white pickup trucks. These crews don't just disperse the protests, they target one person on the streets or at home. Victims are beaten, dragged into the car, and disappear. Witnesses say the protesters end up in secret detention centers where they receive further beatings and sometimes face torture. Some former detainees told BBC Africa Eye of this facility near the Shendi bus terminal in Khartoum. Multiple witnesses told us that one building consists of a series of chilled holding cells in which the cold is used as an instrument of torture. It's known to local activists as the fridge.